then also sound alerts. And there we go. Oh boy, yeah, no, hey, things died, but now we're back. Yeah, you're as Joseph Seed said, I was blind, but now I see. Alright, it's back to pre-rolls being enabled. Alrighty, okay. Let's continue a little bit before we end properly, shall we? You know, this is very much just a sketch one. This dude is fucking burly, man. He's fucking yoked. Dude, how is Luffy ever gonna beat this guy? He's so big and strong looking. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's not dead, but yeah, he's been beaten by Luffy, so spiritually he's dead. He is spiritually unliving. He is a zombis. He is a spiritual zombie, and he became a pirate, I think. I think that's what happened to him, right? He became a pirate. He ran away from Garp and became a pirate. Because like Garp was so seepy that day. Hey, I'm Garp, and I'm so eepy. I guess the little Ivo is very important for this for the art piece. He is incredibly important. He's like the TF2 coconut. If he leaves, the entire thing dies. Like if he leaves before this is done, it all dies. He's required viewing. It dies! It fucking dies! Also, you may have noticed that I have Soro the Wolf as one of my references. That is because, sometime during, like, drawing this, I want to add Soro sleeping right there, sort of curled around the desk to give a little bit of extra, like, dynamism to the piece. This may not be super visible to repeat. Well, no. This blue, when it looks the way it does without it looking blue, you know, colorblind and such, it'll look black, which will differentiate it from all sorts of different things. I do need the perspective lines on. I need them perspective lines. They're mine. I need them to see distance. I collect the hops from the prairies. It's my owls. Wizardale. Let me kill Accent Morgan real quick. And he's dead. And maybe the desk as well, just so that I can really get in on this business. Hey, welcome in. Hey, coming in while working on campaign stuff. I hope you're well. I am doing pretty well. My internet died before you showed up, but as you can see, we're back. I'm working on Axhan Morgan right now. Uh, uh, sort of a cautionary tale of toxic masculinity and what it can lead to. I mean, that's my interpretation of him, anyways. Because, you know, Luffy, who is the healthily masculine, he's just a guy, beats this fuck. And, you know, it's great. I love when people say, One Piece isn't political, and it's like, what are you talking about? It has loads of politics in it. It's just, you know, the politics are all in-universe politics. You know, like, you're telling me that something that grips with the fact that there's a world government and a secret ruler behind everything, oppressing the people, and there's an aristocracy that like grows fat and lazy on the work of others, and they literally have one of those like elevator like moving not elevator like moving floors at like at airports, but like it's entirely run off of like slaves pushing it underground. You're telling me that's not political? I enjoy One Piece. It's a good piece of media. It has nothing to say about anything. Don't worry about it. You know, I did that line, and that line did nothing. But yeah, tell me about your campaign. What's the deal with it? Is it the same one as the what is it? The sort of steampunk Victorian world? See, I try my best to listen. And ADHD be damned, this boy sure can try and listen. Ma'am. Maybe a bit bigger for the sake of the argument. Bam. If we just come together and fucking kill this guy. In the future of that campaign, Cyberpunk Corporatocracy. Ooh, I was talking earlier about like I have this one world that I was working on. It's actually the world of my very first campaign, which was ass, by the way. Don't worry. Don't worry. My first campaign was absolute ass. Don't need to. If you were hoping for it to be good, you're wrong. But my second game, which was also ass, was set in the cyberpunk future of that game. After they saved the world and a couple centuries passed, and like this corporation started by one of the main characters became the main villain group of like that campaign. of course, like I said, it ended up falling apart, and there are things that happened in that game that I still blame myself for, and vow to never do again as a DM. But that's how it goes with early campaigns, and thankfully, I still play with that group. They are my closest friends, and I adore them dearly. But they were sort of your average mega corp. They were. Oh, that's where the horizon went. I changed the horizon of the scene. Horizon be damned, this boy sure can. Something. Something's happening. But like, one of my favorite things about the game is the corporation's tagline, where it's like saving your world, because the previous main character helped save the world last time, and so like they're sort of riding on that like that fame and notoriety from making sure that a weird fantasy zombie apocalypse didn't happen. Yeah, I'd say that would lead people to like you a lot, and sort of turning that into a corporate legitimacy. I'm not even sure what they did. I'm pretty sure they did like everything, like as a company. I think that's what the deal was. My campaign is called Ashes Under Neon Lights. Ooh. Oh, what did I call mine? I think I called mine like Neon Odyssey or something like that. Oh, I have the notes for it. My first campaign was called Wonders of the Wastes, and my second game was called like Neon. It was like the Neon Odyssey or Neon Icarus. I wanted to have a big theme of like Icarus in that game. I might revisit that world actually, like properly, because I have a world like the world I'm working on, not on not on stream, but like just on my own time, came from that, but it's sort of becoming its own thing. So I want to sort of go back and there we go. I want to go back and like redo the world, fix it up a little bit. They keep some of the through lines that I'm keeping with everything. By the way, it says the ads are starting in 30 seconds. If you don't get ads, that's fine. If you do, just fair warning. Yeah, I want to go a bit deeper into that, like, Icarus analogy, but, getting too close to the sun, Icarus laughing, that sort of thing, which Icarus laughing is not in the original legend, but I find it, I find that particular poem beautiful. I think you like my map? I'm sure I will. Pop it in, and if you don't oh, you already did. If you don't mind, I would like to take a beautiful screenshot of it and show it on stream for the viewers. Was this in a oh wait, no, yeah, you use the software and then you do custom assets. I remember. Full consent? Alright, sick. Also, don't mind my son, Little Ivo, here in the corner. He is integral for the art piece, trust. So there's no layer. Bam. It's very neat. I have a slight critique And that's the thing that a lot of people fall into. Like, for instance, Bethesda, where they make the map look like it fits within sort of the rectangular canvas. The map should look like the rectangle is like a projection of it being on a sphere, right? It should look like the square is fitting the world, not the world is fitting the square. Other than that, I like it. I like it a lot. I like this little like shallow seaway here. You know, this is very nice. It helps sort of separate the design language of like both of these. However, I'm lazy. Yeah, understandable. It sort of gives a natural like visual language for any conflict between the two main continents, and then maybe like uh, there's sort of a proxy war sort of thing going on here. Uh, Sort of like how the sea is dividing it in two ways. Yeah, so it's neither on one side or the other, you know? Plus like a bunch of different like little internal conflicts that are going on. I don't know. There's a lot that I'm seeing with this map. It's nice. Hi, my son. Hello, my son, little Ivo. You're my favorite. You're my favorite son. I may have not done the set. Hold on. Something went a little wrong. You're seeing all the correct things? Alright, that's good. Well then, what that means is that you did a good job. FNAF cheering sound effect. Alright, there we go. And then starting from these sections, here's the beautiful, beautiful thing. Helmeppo, get out of here. You know, I know you meet your boyfriend and you have a redemption arc, but like that's not the picture. You know, your picture then is not from you being a better person. Yeah, I mean, yeah, congrats on the map turning out how you wanted. Because you know, I'm really seeing the right things, and that's what matters in a map. What matters is that it is intelligible. That like it's you know the story is getting across. Also, it's telling me ad break ended. Hello, everybody, coming back from ads. Like, I personally like to try for realism in my maps purely because like I just find that valuable. I enjoy a good accurate map, you know? Sort of stretch the bounds of what I know about how the world is built in real life. But you know, I'm not gonna pretend like any other way is like any more or less valid than how I do it. You know, what ultimately matters is that if it's for a game or a book or whatever, a map is supposed to tell a story. And now I shall erase the imperfections. What layer is this on? Little Ivo! Little Ivo, no! My son! Also, I assume that these sketch lines just look black for you, which I hope means that they're still intelligible. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because it's Little Ivo. That's why it's above. There we go. Most important part, it was made by a human. Egg fucking exactly. I'm rather, unfond of AI. I'm not a big fan. I work in natural resources. Or, I don't work there. I go to college for it. That's more accurate to say. I am learning natural resources. You know what the biggest danger right now is to natural resources? Fucking AI data centers. And so, out of principle, I greatly, greatly dislike AI. Plus, it poisons communities. And you know, the process of feeding it information steals the information from people, and generally the idea that they're trying to commodify human intelligence is disgusting on its own. But you know, there's a lot of things to hate about AI. You know that it being made by a human is the most important part. Alright, so that window is pretty well taken care of. This wall is actually pretty damn blank. We hate AI in this house. I feel like I've made my my opinions very, very clear at this point. Like, as far as that goes, I Little Ivo, you will become one with the wall. I'm gonna lurk you, enjoy your stream. Alright, yeah, no, make sure to finish your work on prepping the session. God, I fucking love this artist. What's their name? Hold on, I'm looking on my Blue Sky right now. I followed them recently. Following not Geller, not Rennie Ultrafox, not Sega, not Sega West, the actual account. Where are you? You're not Scorpy. You're not Sonic the Hedgehog. You're not Global Comics. You're not Namikomi. You're not Dark Horse. Fun fact about Dark Horse Comics, by the way, they're local to me. Their headquarters is in Portland, Oregon. Where are you? You're not Gaz. You're not Jerry Terry. You're not Froggy Lock. I'm just shouting out some people that I follow, I guess. I followed you, I swear. Homer fan. Homer fan 1738. They are very funny. They are on Blue Sky. Since I know people don't like Twitter. But their art style is very good. I love the way that they draw the Deltarune characters particularly. Oh, they're fantastic. Anyways, speaking of fantastic art, we're gonna be working on my fantastic art for a bit longer. I've actually been technically streaming since noon, and so you know, I could probably go for a bit longer. You know, I should have probably gotten water when my internet was dead. Fuck, that would have been smart. I could probably go for a delightful swim. Yeah, that would have been smart and genius. Alright, there we go. And then that will be where the wall, like, properly starts. So if I get rid of you, and even get rid, well, no, you make it easier for me to see the green, but harder to see the magenta. Oh well. Morgan sketch 1. Make a Morgan sketch 2. Wait, no, no. I'm incorrect. I'm wrong. Zoro sketch. Bam. Turn on the Zoro the Wolf reference. This is the extent of him showing up in the manga, by the way. He gets greatly expanded in the anime. We got a Wham, Bam, and perhaps a Shanghalang. I'm gonna be basing the body and the colors off of the anime, but I'm gonna be having the face. I'm gonna try and make the face more similar to the manga. Also, fun fact: I took these pictures. No, not the anime screenshots. I got those from the fandom wiki, but the pictures of the manga like this, I took that picture because I have some physical versions, and I'm hoping to pick up some like another omnibus volume soon. Not Zune. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I need to pick up volumes 16, 17, and 18. That's what I need to pick up. I have physical versions all the way up to the Baroque Works arc. Like that's the 3-volume saga I have, I guess, is the Baroque Works. So look, I have all of the East Blue saga, and I have the start of the Paradise saga, or not Paradise. Like I have the start of the Alabasta saga. I am Zoro. I am evil. Oh. I am going to eat your child. I am Zoro. Not to be confused with Zoro, the three-sword fighter. What should I make the sketch color? You know what? You know what's fitting? Let's do orange. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? And then make sure that it is, Zoro SKCH1. There we go. Splendiferous, if I do say so my own self. Let me do a basic, like, I think that Zoro will be wrapping around. I love this little, like, this style of dog. That Oda does. Like, he does this too in Skypiea. With some of the dogs that dance with the people. I am so excited to get the fucking Skypiea, dudes. I'm so fucking excited. Like, that won't happen for a while. That won't happen for a fucking dog's age, but, you know. It'll happen a bit. It'll happen eventually. We're still in Romance Dawn. I've been doing this art for about a year now, a bit over. And we're still in... I don't want two Zoros. Shoot the real one quickly! Everyone, get in the way! I'm about to be commit vehicular manburger helper. And then we have the neck, because yeah, Zoro's very comfy. He's a comfy boy. Very. Yes, I am Lord Frieza. I am very comfy. I will sit on your lap. I am very comfy. I am Lord Frieza. I don't know why I've been doing the Lord Frieza voice today, but I am. You see, the reason is because I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. Because I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. You're a bad credit card. Because I'm a dog walker, yes I am. I fucking love the James... Oh, my throat. My throat's itchy because I was deep throating James Gunn's Superman. That's a bit of a joke, but yeah, in truth, that movie is good. Shocker, critically acclaimed good movie is good. Alright, and your eyes are round about there. I'm Lord Frieza, and I'm drawing a dog. But a very sleepy dog. The dog is sleeping. Make it a little extra cartoony, yes. I give a little cartoony snot babble. As I think it would be funny and helps illustrate that it is not dead. He did not kill the wolf. Zoro the wolf is not dead, yes. He is just sleeping. He has gone to a farm upstate. I'm trying so hard to do a Frieza voice without doing the funny line that he says to the Saiyans. It's actually not that hard. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm a lying liar from Liar Town. It's actually very easy. I'm Lord Frieza. Thank you, 3 p.m. alarm. What a splendid time to be alive. And then there is my good friend Zoro the wolf. I actually really struggle with drawing animals, so this gives me a good chance. But you would think I'm actually pretty good at drawing animals because this suit is a rabbit. But I'll give you a hint, the head underneath the jowls is actually a human shape. It's actually a human-shaped head, not an animal. Oh, wait, you weren't here before. You might have seen in the art channel, but I wanted to show it a bit higher fidelity. Working on the new model! I made some progress. If I get rid of that, it'll show the full progress that I was working on, with the, without the arm in the way. I'm very happy with it. I also, what I wanted to do with this one, and I already said this, but, I love yapping, so I'm gonna say it again. Is I wanted to make it abundantly clear that, like, I'm the tentacles inside the suit, and so I turned it into a whole, like, circus scene. By the way, there's a whole scene. Let me see if I can file open. Would it be in stream bits? Why is it not in stream bits? It should be there. Oh, because I was okay. It's in images computer. It is in S, I believe, for season 1. S. No, it's not Septimo. Oh, maybe it's not there. Maybe it's in Krita documents still. Why would it be in Krita documents still? Wait, where did it go? MOP, S, season 1. Oh, right, I exported layers, that's why. Here's the entire scene. Minus the model. If I get rid of that, there's like the whole circus inside. There's the this is the overlay layer. Chat's gonna be in here. I'm gonna be in here because I'm the main attraction. I'm the ringleader. You know the whole sort of thing, or sort of thing. I don't know why I go into like a vaguely East Coast accent for this character, but this is sort of character for him. This is what he's the character that the suit is sort of sounds like. Sort of like this. And I am still very happy with this, even though this is a bit older at this point. I don't know what I want here. I mostly have it for visual balance, but probably fan art because I actually want to get the fan art thing up and running properly. I can do a slideshow thing in OBS, and then I can do that. I'm Lord Frieza. I can do anything. Yes, Lord Sorrow, anything you want. Yes, if you want the bones of children, I will give them to you. Apparently, there was a Twitch notification bug according to Heavenly Father on Twitch.tv. But I sort of only saw it, and it seems like it's partially fixed. I'm Lord Frieza. I don't know why I like saying that in particular. You'll eventually be sated with just a pencil and a dream. You too can be Lord Frieza. Vegeta, my old friend, you should have pushed a little harder. That reminds me. If you hear talks or look on the my YouTube for Bendython. Like if you hear about that, that is I did a special like marathon thing because Dicey asked for it. He asked for it, and so I did it. Starting with him, but then he got busy, and then I did part of it with another friend. Clockwork Stephanie, though his actual real life pronouns are he, him. The character is a woman. Uh, so I just use they when talking about them in a public setting. Why? So I should not have done the tail like that. It looks like he's presenting like a cat, and that's not what dogs do. Dogs do not present like cats. They do not say, "Hey, look at my asshole, dickhead," and then. I say, look at my asshole, dickhead, out of love for cats. I enjoy cats. Cats are great. I have two of them. I used to have three, and then for a short bit I had four. So for a short bit I had four, and then I had three, and then I had two, and now I have two. And it seems like pretty soon I might have one cat. I'm sort of keeping my fingers crossed for this entire year, because so far, for the past like couple years, I've had a cat die like once a year, every year. So there was my cat Lou. She died of kidney failure from old age, and she was just rotting. Then Karma died for, uh, like cat what's it like cat diabetes reasons, and then now there's this year, and I have a cat that's 20 years old, and I am sort of waiting with bated breath. Uh, uh I'm sort of preparing for the worst, I guess is a good way to put it. Hmm. Before I end today, Because I do want. There is a point where I do wanna end it. Because technically, I have been streaming for over 3 hours. I would like to at least start with Captain X-Hand Morgan's clothing. Yes, his clothing. Take it off. I am Lord Freakza. Morgan CLTH. Just so that I can, I'm shortening it so I can read it all. Yes, I'm Lord. Yes, I'm Lord. The musician. Yes, that's right. Yes, I'm Queen Bee. Maybe I will rule. I forgot a thing on the first sketch of Accent Morgan. Get rid of your desk. No, I do not want it to be mirrored. One Piece heavily influenced how I draw axes, I've realized. Oh wow, your favorite media since you were in fucking early high school. Like late middle school, early high school really influenced how you drew things. Absolutely insane. I would have never thought of such a thing. And then a big wavy, 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 wavy. There we go. Alright, there we go. Sick. Sick. Now I can properly be Lord Frieza. Wrong color. It should be darker. I need the mirror tool. I didn't take my mirror off. I am Mirror too. Yes, of course. And then I love that like that bit was not referencing anything in Family Man. Hi. Yeah, hi. I'm Family Dude. Hey, hey Meg. Hey Meg, I'm Family Dude now. There's a certain level of detail that I will not be doing. That's not true. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna do it, and then I'm gonna do it. Uh, but like, he's gonna be very backlit. And also, you could probably see like on my model, like those like shoulder things. I actually again got that from One Piece. Absolute favorite piece of media right here. I have to keep saying this in order for people to really remember that I find that One Piece has a lot of worthwhile things to say, and also I like that it stays a bit lighthearted even when it has like darker tones to it. Like it never stops being funny, I guess. And again, we're talking a bit more about the fucking manga than the fucking anime at this point, because I feel like Toei has done some great harm to One Piece as a property. You know, we're not finding the One Piece because it is easy, but because it is hard. That's not what the world government can do for you. That's what you can do for the world government. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Oh god, that reminds me. I love this show. It got canceled, and I'm still mad about it. Like it got canceled after 2 seasons. It was a Netflix show, Inside Job. It was very good, and I like that. They were like, yeah, no, people have like been on the moon, like, and we actually did it because JFK really wanted to fuck people on the moon. And so, like the actual funny dialogue or like the speech of him is saying, "We will go to the moon not because it is easy, but because I am hard." And I just find it delightful. I like that every conspiracy is real in the show, except for Flat Earth. Flat Earth is still fake. There is no Flat Earth. It is not real. It started out as a fucking joke. I'm not sure I know the person who started another conspiracy theory that started out as a joke that people now just believe. I'm not sure that I knew the person that like started the birds are government drones bit, but like I heard about that really early on, like really early on. And like it was said as a joke at the time. So I'm pretty sure I was near ground zero for the birds are spy drones. Like government spy drones thing. Just yeah. And that's again another one that people believe now because they're cowards that can't have a thought for themselves. Like, hey, maybe they're not spy drones. Maybe the real spy drones are spy drones. Maybe the real spy drones are the flock cameras that a town recently banned, a very small town recently banned flock cameras, and Hawaii recently banned super PACs in their government. And honestly, I think that it should be done more. I'm happy for them. I'm glad they did it, and I hope it's done more. I hope it's done in my state, the lovely state of Oregon. And yes, that is how you pronounce it. You could probably tell, because if you hear anybody from Oregon, they will tell you that at some point in your life. Of how to pronounce it properly. This is not Oregon. Just like how people from Nevada will say, it's not Nevada, it's Nevada. And then people from California will say Nevada anyway, because they say pajamas. They say pajamas because they want to pretend to be British. Actually, that's not true. I mean, that's a little true. I swear I turned off the mirror tool. I didn't take my mirror off. I am mirror tool. I didn't take my sneeze. I am sneeze tooth. God, there's this Let's Play channel. I think I've talked about them before, called the Couch Brothers, that I like to watch a lot. I am a loyal viewer. I caught them at the very beginning. And one of them is really good at mimicking the sound of a YouTube poop, like just with his voice. And he likes to do that sometimes, and he did one of Sneakers O'Toole, like pretty recently. And it was insanely good. Sometimes he just belts that shit out. It's fantastic. I say disco, you say party, disco, disco, party, party. I say disco, you say party, disco, disco, party, party. Solo! Fantastic. I say disco, you say Elysium. Disco, Elysium, disco, Elysium, disco, Elysium. By the way, for those who don't know, I am planning on playing Disco Elysium eventually on stream, and it will be with my friend, Potato Jeremy, who has also agreed to be my editor, but is currently moving somewhere, so can't. And is working on it's sort of a work on what you want sort of basis, because it's all like a passion project for him right now. I'm looking to get money soon so I can properly pay him and go, hey, edit these things, and it doubles as helping support a friend, Yeah, it'd be fun to have something like properly like edited to go onto a Funny Bot channel. Zoro, I will kill you now. You'll be slashed by my triple blade. I need to fix some of this bullshit on the clothing before I go. I simply will not let this stand. Before I go kill you and everybody. I actually will not do that. I want to state when I say that it is a complete joke. Not just for legal reasons, but for comedy reasons. That is a joke. I will not be doing that. Alright, there we go. File, save as, create a document. By the way, the program I use is Krita. Is free and open source. Highly recommend if you don't already use it. Even if you already have a software you like, maybe like just sort of check it out. Like I said, it's free, it's open source. If you really like it, maybe give the developers, the team, a small amount of your associated currency. Allow them to keep going. I'm looking to do that again once I have money to give. I'm incredibly poor. There's no shame in being poor, but it's no great honor either. So what shame would it be if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. X-Hand Morgan. That's X-Hand Morgan. Create a document. There we go. X-Hand Morgan. I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty bitty rich, diddle man. I know that song good enough to sing it in karaoke, by the way. I've done it before. I've sung it in karaoke. It's very good. I will, I slightly apologize for this, but only slightly. I will go to just chatting now, because I'm gonna do my ending read. I'm gonna go get myself food. I have not eaten yet today. Actually, that's a lie. I've had a sandwich. I had a sandwich this morning. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna make myself some food. I am gonna maybe get on with friends. Hopefully, I'm gonna work on some stuff for a friend's game that I am sort of the artist for. Or at least the sort of help with concept art, I do some textures and shit, that sort of thing. Help along with the process. I don't know, my role in this is vague, but I will be getting a bit of money from it, because I help work on it. But, like maybe 20% at most. Once it gets to 25, that's too much, because it's not my project. But that being said, I'm gonna do my ending read now. I've been Bajongles. You can find me over here on Twitch, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, noon Pacific Standard Time. I'd much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on Blue Sky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. And if you'd be so kind, I'd much appreciate if you would join the Discord. It's !Discord in the chat, or if you're on YouTube, it's in the description down below. And speaking of YouTube, hi YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe if you like my stuff. Keep up to date. And with that, I will be back on Friday to, I believe, do more clown game concept art. We're doing some more like basic level layouts and stuff like that. Maybe we'll split off. Maybe we'll split off, do some other things. And then on Sunday, we will be starting the playthrough of Off the video game. I originally wanted to do the original, but I kind of want to do the remake. Unfortunately, that means the aspect ratio will be different because they like to do 16:9 for it. But oh well, I can probably shift that around a little bit. Yeah, it's probably something in settings. And so with that, perfect song, by the way. My favorite song in the Outer Wilds soundtrack, it is A Traveler's Encore. And so with that, it has been a wonderful time. I will catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.